Cam Newton. Yes, Cam Newton back in the news. Cam Newton has had an accomplished career. It's been a while since he's done anything. But you go back to winning a Heisman, a national championship at Auburn, drafted number 1 overall by the Panthers, 2011. Led Carolina to the Super Bowl. They lost to Denver. Won an MVP. Hasn't played in a couple of years. He's only 33 years of age. Now, he's a banged-up 33, but he's going to throw at Auburn's Pro Day today. Now, at first I thought, oh, that's nice. Cam's going to come out and help the Auburn players. And then I realized this is about Cam being out there, and the Auburn kids can help him maybe get a job. But at age 33, and with what we're seeing with quarterbacks playing till late into their 30s, early 40s, but Cam played a different way. And this is almost the cautionary tale with Lamar Jackson, because Cam Newton led with his body, and he was going to take on those hits, and eventually it caught up to him. I go back to that game against Denver, regular season, and it might have been the opening night, and Denver just pounded him. I remember a couple of games where he took as much abuse as I've seen a quarterback take. Now, I'm not talking about getting sacked as much as just the game itself, that these defenders were going to put a hit on him. And he took it. But after a while, the body can only take so many blows there. He gets a chance today. The days of Superman are long gone. And I also think he's too big of a personality to take on as a backup quarterback. Because let's say you have Matt Corral out there and he throws an interception. What are you going to do? Going to go right to Cam Newton on the sidelines as the backup quarterback. And I don't know, who would sign him, but he's just, I'm not saying literally too big of a personality. I mean, he is a big personality, and he's 6'5". But I just feel like, and he's come out and said there's not 32 quarterbacks better than me. That doesn't help because he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. Would I love to have his knowledge with some of these quarterbacks now, like a Justin Fields, Anthony Richardson? I'd love to be able to draw from Cam, but Cam still wants to play. But Cam's going to have his pro day today, and maybe he gets an opportunity. Maybe he shows signs. When you have the shoulder done, I don't care who it is, it's never the way it once was. Speaking from experience, whenever these guys go in and they're quarterbacks or they're pitchers, you're never the same because they have it down to a science. When you get a hip replacement or when you get a knee replacement, got it down to a science. When it comes to getting your shoulder done, your rotator, your labrum, they don't. And it felt like that with Andrew Luck. It felt like that with Cam Newton. You're just not the same. But at age 33, he's going to have a pro day today. And, I hope he shows out. I do like him. I think he's fun. I thought he was great for the game. But he's an old 33, a banged-up 33. All right, right now, Cam Newton could be starting quarterback in the NFL, respectable backup, or maybe an analyst. I don't think he's starting quarterback. I think he's too big of a personality to be a backup. He looks good on camera, charismatic, and who knows what he would wear on camera. But I could see him as a studio analyst. I could see that. Yeah, Paul.
Okay, if you're Cam Newton and his agent, do you think you could get together and play the humble role? He's been a star for so long and say, I'll be like Taysom Hill, whatever the team needs me to do, and be in the league for 3 more years as an all-purpose player making $3 million a season. Because the alternative is watching football for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but he could be an analyst to make more money.
Yeah. Less beating.
Yeah. I mean, he could be, and I don't know if he wants to do it. I don't know if he cares about that, but he could still be relevant and have kind of a resurgence in his career. But the reason why we brought up Cam Newton is he's going to throw at the Auburn Pro Day, and it's for his benefit. I thought it was going to be for the kids. It's all about the kids. All of a sudden, Cam's out there. He's going to be rolling left and throwing right for 50 yards because that's all you need to do. You can be Zach Wilson. Man, did you see him roll left and throw right? So, yeah, I did see that. How many times is he going to do that in a game? Probably never. Okay. I like that. Yes, Mark.
Is this at the Cam Newton Athletic Facility at Auburn? Because everything should be named after him.
Well, him or Charles Barkley.
No. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I love Chuck, but Cam Newton had basically no one on that team when he won a national title.
Oh, Michael Dyer, that running back, loved him. I'm going deep cut there.
Yeah.
Or Nick Fairley, but that's it.
Okay.
It wasn't like Alabama where you got a bunch of first rounders.
Okay.
God, Cam Newton was a monster that year. Sorry. Go ahead, DP.
No,
Sidebar.
It's okay. I didn't know you were that passionate about it. Anything else you want to say about Cam Newton?
Now, I'm a Cam fan, but he can't be a backup. He just said there's not 32 quarterbacks better than him.
Yeah.
He's only got to be maybe a top 5 quarterback. He can maybe be their backup. But if it's Derek Carr, you could forget about it.
There is no way he could be a backup.
What's that? We have the what we call it? The cam?
Yeah.
Anytime somebody throws an interception,
Boom.
right
Cam.
to Cam.
Yeah, Paul.
But let's say the NFL league meeting says we're going to allow a third-string quarterback, emergency quarterback. If you're Cam Newton, you gotta look at that.
But I can't let him dress. He can't be in uniform.
So he gets to be in one of his outfits on the sidelines?
Yes. He can have.
He may sign up for that.
But I just can't have him in uniform. In an emergency,
Right.
just like the Niners when they lost Josh Johnson and Brock Purdy, then you can say to Cam, hey, go get in uniform.
Remove the hat, this velvet jacket, the cravat.
Yeah. He's got a pocket square.
Give me 15 minutes.
Yes, Todd.
How about you have Cam Newton waiting in a phone booth like Clark Kent, and then when it's time to come out, he comes out of the phone booth, does his Superman thing. Here he comes.
That might be playing to the diva ego that I don't want to have as my quarterback.
But if
there.
he can't dress, he can be in his Clark Kent suit that he would wear to.
Well, I could see the Clark Kent suit, but not in a phone booth. That might be a little uncomfortable for him.
A little tight.
Yes, I see.
I get why Cam looks around the league, being a competitor, right? And still, he probably feels better now that he's had a year or two off and is feeling more healthy.
Yeah.
But when he looks around the league, or even when I look around the league, I'm not sure still that Cam or that Mac Jones is better than Cam Newton. I'm not really positive of that.
Well,
so I think if Cam looks around the league, he could find people that's like, I think I'm better than that dude.
I don't know if Cam evolved. I think that's part of the problem is you think you're better by the way you play, but then you can't play that way anymore. And like Lamar Jackson has to evolve. Justin Fields has to evolve. Tim Tebow wasn't able to evolve. You get quarterbacks who they were great in college. And this is what they did when they first got to the NFL. And then you start to slow down. Now we want to see if you can throw from the pocket. When it's all said and done, can you throw from the pocket? And Cam he was a 50% passer. And if he didn't have Steve Smith when he first got there, Steve Smith was unbelievable. I mean, talk about carrying Cam back then. And Cam had a great rookie year. I think he could throw for over 4,000 yards. But after a while, like you just think you're Superman, and you're not, because that guy across the line of scrimmage thinks he's Superman as well. And chances are he's probably bigger than you. Yes, Marv.
Do you think Cam Newton, MVP Cam Newton, is talking like, wait, I can still do this? Like the brain is thinking, I'm better than most of these guys, but the body is like, no, you're not.
Well, he probably goes, no wear and tear, well rested, been sitting at home, trying on outfits, playing with the kids. Now I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm curious how he looks. It's hard to not look good on a pro day. It really is. I mean, there have been moments where guys have not looked good, but hopefully he shows out a little bit, and it'd be fun to have him in the conversation again. I just don't think he's starting quarterback. Yes, Mark.
And I think his shirt is off. He's probably ripped. There's no way he goes to
he's
a pro day.
He's only 33. He's not Eric Musselman.
He looks good for his age.
Cam?
No, Eric Musselman.
Oh, Eric Musselman.
Okay, who looks better for their age? Cam at 33, Eric Musselman at 58.
That old poll question?
Hour two, get ready.
I'm going to say...
We're putting Izzo on the hot seat.
Is Danielle Sargent going to be in that too, Eric Musselman's wife? I'd say Eric Musselman probably looks pretty good for late 50s there. Yeah. This is kind of creepy that we're